Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to finish building the ex-wife's house. All that's left really is to furnish it. If you did not check out the first video, I will link it in the description box. I am still so very in love with this build. Like like I said in the other video, it's a build that I've never would have found myself doing, but I did it and I love it. Nearly everything in this build I haven't used at all. I forgot to start recording when I came back to finish this build, getting the whole layout of the house, of the upstairs area finalized. And because of the weird bit in the front, it was kind of hard. And this is a very small house. It's a smaller house than I'm used to. So really had to play around with building the walls for a long time. I do not want to admit that, but it's been a long time trying to just figure out the layout. And then you can see me just fiddle with the lights. I couldn't find a good light for so long. And then I found these little bulbous lights, and they just, I don't know what to say, they just work because you can like angle them differently. So I had one side be like shorter, longer, and then the other side longer, shorter, and it just works so perfectly in the ex-wife's room. I did color correct at the end of this build just to try and make everything congruent, add a little bit more color, a little bit more shade. My recording ended up getting lost of me finishing the upstairs, but we do have a walkthrough. I do have pictures of the upstairs. I'm working on trying to put a half bath in the first floor. I'm sorry, if you have a two-story house, I firmly believe you should have a half bath somewhere on that floor. I will not be moved on this. It is my personal opinion. I put a lot of little details upstairs between the wall art and the rugs. I used to never put rugs in my builds, but they really can change the whole dynamic of a room. I didn't want to I didn't like record the bathrooms. I pretty much, what you see here is what I did to the bathroom upstairs. I had like a weird funky kind of tile, and then like as like an accent wall kind of dealio, and then a plain old black wall. We're on to the favorite part, my favorite part. The heart of the home is always the kitchen, right? Well, with this kitchen I struggled because I really wanted to use a different set of cabinets. I want to use my favorite ones, the real flat ones. But for some reason they were just not working for me. They were just not giving me the vibes that I you was looking for. So I started clicking through and I found these cabinets, and I really like the wood on these cabinets. I do put above the counters. Okay, well, wow, I had those backwards. I do love the wood on the counters, and I did put some cabinets because cabinets go above the counters. Oh my goodness. You know, it's okay. I'm okay. It's fine. I got there in the end. That's all that matters. I really wanted to use this wood tone fridge because it just fits the whole wood tone of the house. But I did want her to have a little bit more high end. So I just put one of the nicer refrigerators into that refrigerator, and it does work. You can still pull things out of the fridge, and as you can see me trying to decide, I tried to use the actual wood, the actual cabinets that would match these counters, and they weren't working for me. So to add a little bit of a modernistic, or a little my kind of signature touch in most of my kitchens, I put these cabinets that are from the Into the Future pack, and I really liked it. It sets the like tone. Like you have dark on the bottom and then light on top, which is what most people who do decor says. Like you want like white countertops or and dark counters, or vice versa. A lot of people choose the white thing because white looks really clean. And well, I just applied that to the cabinets. I spent so long trying to choose what kind of bar stool to put here. I played around with all the different woods from the ones that had high back, low back, no back at all, period. But I'm so happy because like the wood on the high chair that I chose works so perfectly. And this house, what is a cozy home without a fireplace? I love this fireplace so much because it already has like the grate built into the front of it to give it the like feel that, oh yay, I'm in a cozy little warm home. I can just kick up my feet on this lovely little sofa that is white, but that's okay. I didn't have enough room to put a coffee table as the fireplace kind of has a little bit of a fire hazard. I did try to put a coffee table, but it just wasn't working for me. I couldn't find one that I liked. I did want to put a chair, like a matching chair in the corner, but you need to have some music. There needs to be some music. There's no dining room. You're supposed to eat at the bar. I think that works more. I mean, plus your Sims can sit down and eat on the couch. But oh, and we're back. See, and look, furnished bedroom. Told you, video game consoles. So I put a bookshelf here to kind of simulate the DVDs that one would watch in the living room. All the old time, well, not DVDs, VHSs. VHSs, Miss VHSs. I have a VCR. I love my VCR to bits. Like if it would ever break, I would cry and have to try and go find another VCR. On the subject of VHSs, do you guys still have some VHSs or did you go ahead and donate them to Goodwill or another donation center type thing? I still have nearly every VHS that I grew up with. All of the Disney films are on VHS. And I do watch them just to like go back to basics and the whole blue screen and the scratchy like resolution. It's so nostalgic. I'm so old and now they're making live actions of the things that of the movies that I grew up seeing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. But anywho, I mean that being said, I do have a DVD player. I do have a DVD player. I do watch DVDs, but sometimes you just gotta go back in time to a simpler time. Now I'm just putting little baubles in the kitchen area. I firmly think that like the kitchen needs to have a microwave. I feel like every kitchen needs to have a microwave. I really love this hutch that's by the back door, the sliding back door, because it kind of ties in with the back door with the flower petals and like everything. It's a hutch, and in my mind, the person who is styled after really likes to go outdoors and will bring back little bits and pieces like rocks and interesting items from whenever they come from hiking or anything. I don't know if they do that, but when I think an outdoorsy kind of country kind of person, I think, oh, maybe you have like a little bit of a rock collection, which is fine. That's fine. This wall over here gave me so much trouble because I really wanted to put some type of shelving there, but I couldn't find any shelves that I liked. So I just stepped back from it a little bit and then just started kind of going back to the kitchen and redecorating it. And then I got hit with the inspiration for this lovely little half table that comes from the Supernatural pack. And then, as someone who is very family oriented, I thought that having the mirror with all the mementos would be super cute in, in this build. Also, who, as an independent person who doesn't have tools lying around to fix everything, because repairing in the Sims is $50. $50 to repair. Now, if you just have the handiness skill, you can fix it yourself. And I make it a point to have all of my Sims have the cooking skills so they don't starve, the handiness skills so they're not spending money excessively. And then everything else comes after that. But I firmly believe cooking and handiness is what it takes to make a good, well rounded Sim. Obviously, their traits are going to be a big factor on whether or not they're really good at cooking, whether they're good at gardening, etc. But oh, I put those little wood. I went into debug and I got that giant stack of wood to like simulate. I cut my own wood and I use my wood in my fireplace. Yay! I did put a little couple more like decorations on the wall, like a high school diploma, a little medal, just to bring some more personality into this build. I'm very happy. I scrolled through debug so much, so much. Oh, we get it. Oh, seeing the lights. And see, this is the door that I was talking about in the last part that's blue. It's actually backwards. So that blue is on the outside. It's just like add a little bit of a pop of color. And then you walk through and it's like, oh my goodness, your house is normal. It's not crazy. It's not a crazy house. Thank goodness. I really wanted a chandelier at the front part because it was so dark. It was so dark. I really was trying to use the petite chandelier upstairs in the master bedroom, but it just was not vibing. But down here, it works really well. And I do love these little lantern lights. I don't typically use them, obviously, because I do giant, you know, cool tone, extremely modern mansions. But for this build, it just felt so perfect. Oh, you can kind of see the top floor with my Christmas tree. I am so proud of this. I go back in and fix the flooring. I make it a different color because, like I said, it's clips just a little bit the roofing because I'm not a roofer. I'm not a roofer at all. But when you're playing, most of the time you're not even gonna be on the roof. So, and when you come into the house, you don't even notice the clipping. So, when I was doing this, because I did a stone like walkway, I really wanted lanterns. I really, really wanted lanterns. So I had to clean the cobblestone up. I forgot what kind of stone I used at first, but I figured it out. I figured it out. And then I really like the idea of the lanterns being inset within these blocks here. Again, did have to color correct them. Yay for color correction. I struggled so much with color correcting everything, but at the end of the day, I got it. It all worked there. But I really like the idea of the lanterns being like almost held in place by this walkway. It looks really nice at night in pictures. It just looks so nice. See, I was trying to play around with like how to get them to look like they're in it. Like, cause in the first two, looks like they're within the actual little border itself. But after like deliberating, I'm like, well, if they're staked into the ground and you just kind of put things around it, it won't seem so bad. It's time for screenshots because now the build is done. But please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Toodles!